Gentlemen, how are you? And welcome back to Mopar 17. Now, I've been gone for a while, probably a good couple of years. This all started in Denver, Colorado. And it started with the 2017 edition of the Challenger Mopar 17. It was a Shaker 392 special edition. It came out in only 80 in billet silver and 80 in contusion blue. Now, the interesting thing about that story and why the website really didn't take off and get any farther than it did was because I was just damn busy. And now I'm not as damn busy. So I'm going to jump right back into it and hopefully we'll have a lot of fun. There is an update though, minor one, funny one. Perhaps a story will be involved in it. But the silver Mopar 17, which is what you've seen in previous videos, met with an untimely death. So it got T-boned, and I think I said that in one of the earlier videos. I salvaged it, put it back together, got it all together, and it just wasn't the same car. And if you will remember part of the earlier story, for those of you who actually watched any of the videos, the way this whole thing started is that I was in Denver, Colorado, down at a dealership on Broadway Avenue. And I walked into this dealership. I'm driving a Mercedes AMG E63 Sport. Walk in, and I sit in a Dodge Challenger for the first time, which was the 2017 Special Edition, oddly enough. And it was in contusion blue. It was a beautiful car. Sat in it, drove it around a little bit, was ready to cut a deal. They wanted $20,000 or $30,000 over list price. I said, no fucking way. No way. No way it's going to happen. So I left that dealership, went to Colorado Springs, found the silver, billet silver edition, and all they wanted to do was get it off the floor, and I was able to get it under sticker, which was success. Bad part was, I was still on temporary plates before I even got done being T-boned. So the car basically, 3 months after I had it, goes into a shop for 3 or 4 months. They repair it, it comes out. It's just not the same car. So I got all pissed off one day and I said, I'm just going to go. It's not a Cherry. I'm going to get rid of it. After all that damn work I did to it too. Anyway, long story short, it was at that point in time when used vehicles were at a premium. I sold it, got money back, so I was ahead of the game again. And then the minute I sold the damn thing, maybe the next night I was like, God, why did I sell that car? Because it had the stick and the 392 and it was badass and just had a lot of fun with it. I gotta find the fucking car. I could go back and find the car. So I went back to try to find the car and sell it. Now I traded in an E63 Sport for it, so now I don't have a car at all. I just have a company vehicle, which is why I kind of gave it up. Then a bigger aha moment came in when I said, shit, now that I don't own a vehicle, my insurance is gonna expire and I've got like less than 30 days to figure this out. Went ahead and found another Challenger that was a special edition at some local area. And I was like, God, this is just great, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm looking at it, and there's a photograph of a car with a trophy on the top of the Shaker hood. Now, if you remember, one of the guys at the other dealership said, I'll sell you this car. And we even took it 3 days after we got the car. We went down to an auto show, and we got third prize, third place. You can have the trophy with the car. It's a bunch of plastic and wood. What do I care? And I'm looking at this thing, and I called up the guy, and he said, so what's up with the trophy? The guy goes, yeah, they won third place in a show as soon as they got it on the showroom. Perfect. I'll be right down. I was down there in 25 minutes. God is my witness. I can't make this shit up. It was the same car, the first Dodge I ever sat my ass in, and it was a contusion blue that was on the showroom that they wanted 20 grand over for. Now the thing is priced even lower because now it's a used vehicle in the used lot. And this guy does not have any idea what he's got. And I'm like, perfect. I'll take it. Handed him the money. The guy was just thrilled to go. He said, man, I can't believe, yeah, that's a nice car. And then as soon as I signed on, I said, let me tell you about the car now. And I told him the story. Guy almost shit his pants. He could have got another 5-10 grand out of it if he really torqued it on me. But I got my car back. I got the 17 Mopar 17 back. And I got the shaker hood, I got my stick, I got everything. The guy did nothing to it. It was bare bones. So now I get to start all over again and start putting the car back together. Now, this is the license plate that I had back in Denver. The guy who had the car before me must have used a Mopar 17 because that was my license plate number. But this is number 39 of 80, so I was able to go ahead and get that. Now, a couple of more changes. I am no longer in Denver, I'm in Florida. Hence the shirt. Right on. But anyway, I'm in Florida, been here for a couple of years now, love it. I'm putting the channel back together. I want to try to get you guys involved in where this storyline has gone to, and also there's another storyline to that. I am starting a couple side hustles that are going to be white label companies, and I'm going to try to incorporate somehow, some way, the Mopar 17 car. I love the car. I mean, this one now, I bought it, I think it had 3,000 miles on it. It now has 30,000 miles on it. I don't treat it like I do my other one. It's not a garage queen. This thing, I use it. I drive it every day. I am going to drive the piss out of it. I am not letting this thing sit. But it is the contusion blue version of it, and I'll show you that shortly. But it's been a blast. And I've been having a lot of fun. I put the Barton shifter into it, and catch can and some other small goodies, you know, another intake, and you know, it's been a lot of fun just kind of screwing around with it. But the thing that I find out more about it is that I'm glad I never gave up on the idea of the stick. And I'm glad I never gave up on the bigger engine. So I do have a gentleman that is going to be doing some work on this particular car in the next couple of months. And he's got a supercharger that can actually fit underneath the shaker and keep the shaker looking exactly the way it was in stock and not have this thing look any different than it is. So as far as what I want to do with this car is that I want this thing to be the Mopar 17 with Hellcat capability. If we do this right, this thing will be wheeling over 800 wheel horsepower. I take that back, 760, I think he said. But I get to keep the same car that I've always wanted, and now I get to boost it up. But again, to do it, you got to put forged internals into the 392. We're probably going to enlarge the 392 to a 410 or 425. And in that way, it should be about as bulletproof as it's going to get unless I blow the damn thing up. But it is going to be a really fun car. Now, with that being said, and now that I'm back, we're going to have some fun. And we are going to start seeing some videos of me flying around and doing whatever I'm doing with this damn car. I know this is 2024 and there are a lot of other ideas out there, a lot of other cars that are much better than mine. But fuck them. I like my 17. I love this. And now that I'm getting to look almost similar to this guy right here, we're going to have some fun. Anyway, glad to see you back. Glad I'm back. And there's a lot of other content coming. There's a lot of other good things that are going to happen. And I want y'all to be there with me. So you guys just hang in there, and I'll see you soon.